You've never seen a bike this big. This donut can solve world hunger, and this cloak lets you become invisible. Try not to say, damn! No, this man isn't tiny. It's just the bike that's massive. Towering 16 feet over the ground, this is the largest bike in the world, and boy is it a wonder to behold. We only have one question though. How did he get up there? If you're gonna ride the world's tallest scooter, you're gonna need a pair of stilts and some solid balance, apparently. Well, that was close. Same idea, just longer. At 3,600 pounds, this skateboard is 12 times the size of a regular one. It takes 12 guys just to steer this thing in the right direction. And it looks like they're having 12 times the fun. How to plow your fields in the winter. With the Fordson Snow Tractor, of course. This is the only operational snow tractor in the world today, so it's the last of its kind. Maybe this is how Santa gets around the North Pole. As if limos weren't already long enough, someone just had to go and make one that's almost 100 feet long. It must be a nightmare to drive around corners. And good luck finding a parking space for this mammoth. Here's what you get when you cross a spider with a bicycle. The back end of this bicycle is called a strand beast, and it looks completely unnerving. An alien invasion? Nope, just drones. 1,000 of them to be exact. This amazing light show was produced with the help of 10 artists for the 2022 Burning Man Festival. Perfect combo of creepy and beautiful. This is the world's largest Hummer. 14 meters long, this is more of a studio apartment on wheels than a car. Yeah, there's even a toilet on the inside. This is the largest robot in the world. It stands over 20 feet tall and weighs more than 100 adult humans combined. We just hope it doesn't go all iRobot on us. Thor's hammer has nothing on this one. It's used to forge large pieces of metal for making large machine parts. I'd like to see this miss its mark and crack the earth open. This huge exoskeleton looks like a supervillain's creation. But don't worry, there are no evil intentions behind this gadget. It's just meant to be used in a racing league. At 135 feet, this insane bicycle is as long as 2 bowling lanes combined. And yes, it holds the record for the longest bike in the world. Pedaling through this must feel like 50 cardio sessions combined. We're pretty sure this is the rope they used to tie Gulliver down. What else would they use such a huge rope for? Turns out, these massive ropes are used to pull shipping equipment. Or at least, we hope that's what they're used for. Ever wanted to fly higher than Burj Khalifa? This suit allows people to fly higher than 20,000 feet. But before you get too excited, check your bank account because one Jetman suit can cost as much as $440,000. Still a better investment than crypto. Here's what you get when you cross a car with a car tank. This beast is a hybrid between a Bentley and an Ultra tank. Doesn't matter if it's a regular dirt track or some poor guy's car, this thing shows absolutely zero mercy. This huge engine looks like it could power an entire planet. Just wait till you hear what this bad boy sounds like. Wouldn't want my eardrums near that. This is the largest airplane in the world. It's an Antonov AN-225 that's used to carry cargo around the world. This just reminds me of the Millennium Falcon from Star Wars. Boy, does this machine hate green tomatoes or what? It's insane how quickly its sensor works to push them out. Now, let's get it to solve a Rubik's Cube. This Mi-26 helicopter is strong enough to lift a passenger plane. Hats off to whoever's flying this thing. But let's hope he doesn't smash into something like a wrecking ball. These speakers are loud enough to send shockwaves around their surrounding area. What song would you bump on them? Let us know in the comments. Who knew this is how they printed fancy china? Not us. Does anyone know where we could find that wobbly stamp thingy? Asking for a friend. This hula hoop is big enough to fit more than a dozen people. It measures 17 feet in diameter and took more than 6 weeks to build. The amount of core strength this person must have needed to get this thing going, simply amazing. Is bigger really better? This giant lighter makes us think, yes. Listen closely, it sounds like a Falcon 9 engine. You'd probably think this is just a flamethrower disguised as a lighter, but that's not the case. This giant stack of meat and cheese is actually a 190-pound burger. And while the idea sounds great on paper, It looks quite disgusting in real life. This world record Oreo was made using 1,000 cookies, and it looks so good, we wish we could just reach through the screen. Good luck trying to find a glass of milk big enough to dunk this one. This donut is big enough to feed an entire family. It weighs close to 600 pounds and carries a whopping 12,000 calories. Yeah, have fun trying to walk those off. Standing at 820 feet, this is the tallest Ferris wheel in the world. It's almost double the size of the London Eye and can cater to more than 1,700 visitors at a time. The only problem, a single ride takes 38 minutes to finish, so you better clear up that schedule before buckling in. At first, this thing looks like one of those modern Christmas trees, but don't be mistaken, it's actually the world's tallest bicycle. It mounts 24 feet over the ground and holds the world record for being the tallest rideable bicycle. This 114 feet tall Lego structure towers over a 10-story building, about 100 feet. It was built by a group of children using more than 500,000 individual pieces of Lego. Imagine accidentally knocking this thing over. This is what 1.5 million balloons looks like. But don't be too impressed, because these same balloons wreaked havoc through the city of Cleveland in 1986 by blocking sunlight and covering the ocean. Who knew something so pretty could cause so much damage? Not sure if scary or cute, so we'll vote on both. The duck weighs 31,000 pounds and is over 60 feet tall. The only question we have is whether there's a bathtub big enough to put it in. Call George Jetson because someone just stole his car. Dubbed the Jetson 1, this odd-looking thing is a vertical takeoff aircraft that almost anyone can learn to fly. Where are you flying off to in this? They made the invisibility cloak from Harry Potter into a real thing. This high-tech invisibility shield was invented by Canadian company Hyperstealth. It uses light-bending technology to make anyone standing behind it appear invisible. We don't know about you, but invisible people creeping about really puts us on edge. Is it a quad bike? Is it a jet ski? No, it's a quad ski. Priced at $40,000, this thing is guaranteed to put a huge hole in your pocket. But hey, at least it's fun. Ice cream has never looked better. The way they just slice it off like butter, pure satisfaction. Ever wonder what those long white tubes you see in the countryside are? Turns out, it's only bales of hay wrapped in plastic by a machine like this one. Sorry to spoil the fun. This bike will literally turn your brain into mush. It's just one big wheel with a seat inside it. The person who made this must be a huge Borderlands fan. Imagine hitting a pothole driving around in this. Definitely won't be pretty. Who'd want to do regular surfing when this thing exists? The hydrofoil comes with a metal rod under it that allows it to go much faster than a regular surfboard. And when we say faster, we mean this thing can reach stupid speeds of up to 25 miles per hour. Are you brave enough to hop on this thing? This gadget magically turns old rusty tools brand new. It uses a high-powered laser to burn through all the corrosion and makes anything it touches as good as new. Ah yes, the forbidden marshmallow. This jet-sprayed foam insulation is guaranteed to keep your home warm and toasty throughout the winter. The best part is that you can do it yourself. Just be careful of all the toxic chemicals, though. Whether it's snow, land, or water, this insane car can run on them all. The modified Humvee uses the Dominator truck's tracks in place of wheels. Imagine how fun driving this would be. Beethoven would go crazy if he saw this piano. The instrument is over 18 feet long and weighs over a metric ton, making it the largest piano to ever exist. Building contractors hate this gadget. This 3D printer can build an entire house from the ground up in under 48 hours. It does everything from layering concrete to setting the foundation and putting on the roof. Would you trust your dream house in the hands of this robot? This hydro dipping technique can make anything you own look 10 times cooler. Notice how those colors pop. That's because they use special gloss paint while doing it. Not only does this make the tire rims shine, but also makes them resistant to rust. Talk about getting two things for the price of one. Gone are the days of back pain and slanted shoulders. This floating backpack uses a special sliding mechanism to significantly reduce its weight. Man, where was this when we were kids? This chocolate dragon is almost too pretty to eat. It's crazy how much detail went into this. We'd honestly believe it if someone told us this was the real deal. Is there even such a thing as too much pizza? This might make you reconsider. At over 130 feet in diameter and over 20,000 pounds worth of toppings, this is the largest pizza to have ever been made. It's so good you'll keep asking for another slice. And there will be one. If you're one of those people that just need people to know you have an iPhone, you'll love this. This is the largest iPhone in the world. It stands at 6 feet tall and weighs over 3,000 pounds. Wonder what'll happen if someone drops this. We finally figured out how they push beached ships back into the ocean. They just use these massive balloons to lift them over the ground and just roll them over. Who would have guessed balloons held so much power? At 9,032 pounds, this gigantic rubber ball weighs more than an adult hippo, 3,500 to 9,000 pounds. It's made up of 700,000 individual rubber bands and holds the record for the largest rubber band ball in the world. Imagine what happens when one of these rubber bands snap. Absolute chaos.